All right, good morning. Welcome to Morning Mobility. Hopefully, you're ready to start the week here. Had a great long weekend, ready to get mobilizing. So let's go ahead and get to it. We're going to start down on our backs. A little supine position action. Maybe you were just in this position for a little while. We're going to get back there. Start with some knee hugs. So taking on one knee, grabbing just below with both hands. Pull that into the chest. We're going to start off nice and easy today and gradually work our way up. So I'm going to kind of play in this position a little bit, kind of move it a little bit more towards the external, a little more towards the internal, kind of rotate back and forth just to kind of feel if there's any issues going on with that hip, anywhere that I need to spend a little bit more time. Still actively pulling that knee in towards the chest, promoting some good flexibility through that hip. And that same leg, we're going to extend that knee and grab just behind the knee. We're going to work a little bit of that hamstring flossing, so we can kind of relax and extend. Hold that for a couple seconds and relax and extend. Just gotta feel out our hamstrings today, or this morning, I guess. And try to really kick that heel to the ceiling, drawing those toes towards my face. I'm just trying to extend a little bit longer each time as we really start to warm those hamstrings up. Let's go one more time here. And we'll bring that back down. We'll go ahead and switch over to the other side, starting with that knee hug. Drawing that knee in nice and tight. Can already feel difference in this side. Again, kind of just play with that inside outside. Rotating through that hip. Holding any point of extra tension. Now trying to relax into that. Then we'll go ahead and extend that knee, grabbing just behind the knee. And we'll work that hamstring floss. Again, just nice and easy here to start out. Don't have to do anything crazy, just kind of getting that blood flowing, getting that body warmed up. Gentle mobilization to start the day. And coming off a longer weekend, maybe we did some hiking, maybe we did some chillaxing, whatever it is. And get that body ready for the week. Again, I'm getting a slight hold at the top of each of these, just to kind of feel that length go through that hamstring, through the back of the knee. You get that, kicking that heel to the ceiling, drawing those toes back towards you. Let's go two more here. And we'll relax there. And bring those knees together. Do a little side line here. Hands stacked on top of each other. Do some arm sweeps so that top arm is going to draw a nice big circle up and around. Open up that chest, those shoulders. Hold that extended position for about 2 breaths. And bring that top arm back all the way around. So I want you to think about really reaching that top arm as you're creating that arc. I want you to be very effortful in each inch of this sweep. Alright, don't just focus on that start position, that end position, but this whole mobilization movement is focused on getting from that start position to that end position. So working to mobilize that shoulder of that top arm. Let's go one more here. Big reach, sweep it over. When you get to this end position, really remember those knees, push those knees down towards the ground, and we'll bring it back around. While we're lying on this side, let's go ahead and extend those legs, that top leg, and pull back. A little quad stretch here. Just throwing a little extra because I realize in that knee hug, do have a little tension through those quads. A lot of times if you have knee pain, it's going to be a referred pain from somewhere higher up in the chain, whether it's your quad or your hip or your IT band. So anywhere that's feeling some pressure isn't always the culprit. Sometimes it's just the symptoms from something else. We'll gently relax out of that. We're going to roll to the other side. We're going to do those arm sweeps on the other side. So those knees are up, right? My hips are about 90 degrees there. My knees are 90 degrees. My hands are straight out in front. Top hand is going to create a nice big sweep all the way up and over. Getting to that other side. I'm trying to exhale once we hit that fully extended position before we bring it back around. Again, push those knees into that ground. Try to create that tension there. Trying to really open up that chest, that upper back when we get fully extended. All right, this next one, I want you to try to sweep as slowly as you can. I want you to really work on opening up that lat on that top side. Feel that shoulder externally rotate. Nice and slowly. And then hit that open position. Give yourself a good 2-breath hold there. Continually reaching towards each direction. Still trying to create that length. And then we'll bring that back around again. Nice and slowly, continuing that reach. Feel that lat through the underside of the armpit. Really open up. Fully bring that back together. All right. We're going to roll this over on hands and knees. I'm going to get a little child's pose action. So spread those knees out, bring those feet together. We're going to reach those arms out as far forward as you can. Again, focusing on those lats a little bit. And put that forehead to the mat. Actively reaching those arms forward, sitting those hips backwards, those two things going opposite directions. Think about pushing your armpits towards the mat. Trying to flatten yourself, really elongate through those 2 points. Your fingertips and your hips. We're going to tuck those toes up underneath. We're going to send those hips up into a down dog. We're going to hold here for a second.
Work a little bit on those calves. So trying to push those heels down as much as you can. If you need to, alternate walking those heels down. Get a little bit deeper stretch. Walk and hold. We're going to pull ourselves forward into a plank. And drop those hips down for a little up dog action. And cycle through that a couple more times, pushing back into down dog. Pushing back into child's pose. Tucking those toes, sending those hips up, down into that down dog. Gonna focus a little bit more on the calves here. We're gonna pull ourselves into plank. Dropping those hips down nice and easy into that up dog. If you want to get a little rotation here through those shoulders, kind of let that low back decompress a little bit. I'm gonna go one more time, pushing back in child's pose. Tucking those toes under, pushing up to that down dog. Hopefully those calves, hamstrings feel a little bit better. Pull into that plank. And dropping those hips down. Nice, good, broad chest. Take that gaze up towards the ceiling. Create a little bit more length through that front side. And again, if you want to rotate those shoulders, you can. And we'll come up out of that. Alright, we'll take it to seated. We're going to get a little 90-90 action. So, both knees, both ankles at 90 degrees. Wherever that front knee is, we're going to rotate that chest out over that knee. And we're going to get a nice, gentle forward fold over that knee. So you should feel this nice, good stretch through that glute of that front leg. The biggest thing on these 90-90 stretches is to reach your chest out forward. All right, don't just push your chest down towards your knee. Not going to get quite what we need out of that. So really think about being pulled by that chest going forward. So it's a little bit more of that hinge. We're going to do a little bit of a staggered approach, so we're going to hold a little bit longer this first round. I'm going to go ahead and come up out of that, try to relax that glute, and reset yourself, and then one more time, folding forward. I'm trying to microscopically slowly move through this range of motion. Let's go ahead and come back out of it. So I'm kind of continually pushing into that stretch, but very, very, very slowly. One more time, reaching here. So I'm still trying to get deeper each round, but I'm trying to kind of slowly push that limit without jerking any movements, just slowly fading into that stretch. And we'll relax there. Let's go ahead and switch sides. 90-90. Sitting up nice and tall again, squaring that chest over that front foot. Make sure those knees, those ankles are where they need to be. And we'll gently start that hinge. Hopefully through your first round or two here, you can really see the difference or feel the difference between those left and right sides. Much more limited on this side, first rep, compared to the third rep on the other side. Go ahead and relax out of there. Kind of reset, sit tall, and start that hinge again. And pull down, out over that knee, slowly progressing that stretch. Go ahead, relax. Take a breath one more time, make sure you're squared up. And go ahead and start folding. Alright, don't rush towards that end range. Trying to move through it in control. This is a great method to help release tension. Sometimes we don't really focus on what we're stretching too much and we try to resist it. So just melting into that stretch. And you got to find out what you need to relax to promote that range of motion. And we'll go ahead and come up out of that. Alright. We're going to do one more thing here. We're going to roll over into a nice little pigeon stretch. So you can certainly do reclining pigeon if you'd like to, but front leg is going to be relatively horizontal, parallel to the shoulders. Other leg is going to be kicked back. It's going to be similar to that 90-90. We're going to promote some glute stretching here. So you're basically going to lower yourself down towards the ground. Once you kind of get towards your end range of motion, you're going to thread through to the knee side and upper body. Hold that for about a 2 count. And pulling that back up. Reset and do it again. We're going to do 3 on each side. So it's going to be a slow lower. And it's going to be a thread. Hold for 1, 2. Pulling back up. And ease our way back up. And we're going to do one more time this side. Slowly lower, just a touch deeper this third round. And threading that on through. Hold for 1, 2. Pull ourselves back up and reset. Alright. Flip over to the other side. Spend a second getting comfortable in that pose before we start those reaches. Always takes an extra second for me. And I'm slowly going to start pulling myself down towards the ground. And again, your hand is reaching towards that knee side. Kind of move at your own pace here. Just looking for 3 reps on this side. If you need to hold anything a little bit longer, of course, that is always your prerogative. Now one more time, that third one I want you to really focus on going slowly
Really bring yourselves down. Maybe get down to those elbows and start on a little bit deeper. Wherever that end range is, that's when we start that thread. And we'll pull up out of there. All right, folks, that's going to do it. Thanks for spending your early morning with me mobilizing a little bit. We'll be back this afternoon for our lunchtime classes. Hope you have a great day, great week. We'll see you next time.